Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we are going to create the directional hit reaction system for the enemy AI. So let's get started. The directional hit reaction system means the enemy AI will play the hit animation depends on the angle, location, or direction where the player hit them from. So let's take this for example. Let's say if I attack the enemy from the front, the enemy will play the front hit animation just like this. So if I hit it from the back, we will play the back hit animations. This also applies on the left and right just like this. If I hit them from the right, and if I hit from the left. So this is how the directional hit reaction looks like, and this is what we are going to do next. Before we start the tutorial, make sure that you have already prepared 4 directional hit animations, which is I've already prepared here. One is for the hit front, hit back, hit left, and hit right. You can use the animations from the Mixamo or Epic stores or maybe custom made by yourself. And since I've already have the 4 animations here, so I can just start the tutorial. And one more thing is, since the default character is third person over here, third person character, so I can just use this blueprint as represent as players. So I just open up, and before we just open this, we just need to duplicate this blueprint, which is represent the enemy AI. So duplicate it, and BP, we just rename it as enemy AI, and save it all. Right now we can just open up the third person characters. And over here, we just use the button Q to like apply damage to the enemy AI. So we just type key Q, and this one. And we need the get actor locations. And using the line trace. Since we are using line trace to apply damage to the enemy AI, so we just need to connect this, which represents starting point or starting location for the players. And one more thing is type get actor forward vector. Since we are applying using the line trace from in front of the player itself, so we just do this and then type multiply, yep. And use plus sign. Oh, since we have 3 vectors x, y, z, we just don't need to do that. Right click it and then change it to float double precision over here, and then we just connect like this. Oh, since do it that way, we just need to do it again. Still the same. So we just make a distance like about 50 should be alright. And another thing is, if type branch, if we hit the enemy AI, so one more thing is break hit result. We also need to type cast to VP enemy AI over here, not the class. And the hit actor has to connect with the object, since the enemy AI has to be the one to get hit. And another thing is, we also need to do the apply damage. Okay, as you can see is that the base damage is 0. So, well, since we are not setting up the HP values for the enemy AI, all we need to do is just need to make sure that enemy AI receive the damage. So we can just set any value as not the 0. It have to be like more than that. So we just set it like 1. 1 it should be alright. And as over here, we just set over damage actor. So I think this should be alright now, so you can pause the video here, and then after that we can just start with the enemy AI. So this is all we just need to set up for the player blueprint. Alright, the next thing we are going to do is to set up the system that the enemy AI will get the angle information between the player and itself. Although we can convert the system to functions, but since I want to make the enemy AI to keep updating the AI informations of the player, so I will use the event tick instead. So we can just remember to save everything in here, and then we have not just compile it. We have nothing to do with the player of third person characters blueprints here, so we can just close it up and just open up the enemy AI blueprints here. And of course, we don't even need to use all nodes here, so we can just delete it. Okay, or compile it. And the next thing we're gonna need to do is the type up the event tick over here. And remember to set the character, get actor locations. Location over here. And we need another one. One is for the enemy AI and the other one is for the player itself. So we need to get player characters over here and connect it. And the next thing is find look at rotation over here and connect it. Another one is break rotator. Or we only just need to use the yaw, not the roll and pitch. And minus up subtract. And there's another one we also need to do is get actor rotations, because it's the angle part, so we only just use the rotation, not the locations. There's another one we also need to break the rotators over here and yaw. So the next thing is, we also need to create another variables over here that is the enemy rotation, except the enemy AI, its enemy is the player itself, so we can set it as okay, float over here. Let's see. We can just use a float, and we can just rename it as enemy rotation and set it. Okay, so before we set it, we will need to use something that is called normalize axis, and then we just need to connect it. Okay, the reason why we need using the normalized axis is because that the normalized axis can just convert any angles into the shortest possible angle between like minus 180 and 180, making it much easier to determine whether the hit comes from the front, back, left, or right. So we have already set up things over here, so we can just need to do some string or do some checkout over here. So do some debugging and check where the enemy is. Okay, compile or remember to save it all. So this is how it looks like. So start from event tick, get actor location over here, break rotator, and remember it's get actor rotations for the enemy AI itself. So we just put self, break rotator, minus normalized axis and enemy rotation. So we just after that we just type print string later. We don't need it, but we only just need to do for some checkout. So the players start from here, and the next thing is we need to do is drag the BP enemy AI over here. We actually don't need the cameras over here for the enemy AI. Compile it and turn around 180. Okay, so let's play. Okay, because we are in the 0 position, so if we go left, which is the enemy right, so as you can see is that the value is positive. Back, so if I go a bit backward or left, the value is negative. Right, so it works now. So let's say that if I turn around, let's see whether it works or not. So if I hit play, yeah, because the reason why is the value is 180 is because that we are actually right behind the enemy AI. So if I go left, which is the enemy left side, the value is minus. If I go to the right, is the value is positive again. Right, so that everything it works. And before we continue the next part, so what are those value represent of? So for those who already know that, you can skip this part and continue the next sections. But for those who don't, I can just explain it over here. So this is how it looks like. So for this circle, there's a circle, so it's 360 degrees. But in Unreal Engine, so this is how it works. Like if the enemy is in the middle, if from over one side is actually 180 degree. So as you can see that I wrote that front, right, back, and left. So as you can see that for the red lines over here, so it's between minus and 45 degrees to 45 degrees. So just represent as her front. As for the right is 45 between 45 degree and 135 degrees over here. As for the left is minus 45 to 135 degrees over here. As for the back is over here, 135 degrees and 135 degrees. So this between over here. So this how it works. Alright, so one last thing we need to do is to set up the direction depends on the angles of where the player is. So all we need to do is from the enemy rotations here, you can just drag it up. Oh, before that, it's up to you whether you want to delete this print string or not, but I'll just temporarily leave it here just for debug purpose and see whether all the thing that we have set up is correct or not. So if you are confident enough, you can just delete the print string over here. So from the enemy rotations over here, we just need to drag it out and then type in range float. So we need, since we have 4 directions, so we need just copy this 4 times, but originally we need to copy and paste 4 times, but actually we need 5. But I'll explain to you later why. So just need to copy and paste 5 times. Okay. So, oh yeah. There's one more thing that we also need to set up is the directions itself. So from here, we need to get another blueprints over here. Blueprint class. Oh wait. Oh, the animations over here. So right here, we can just say anim. And we just call it as directions. And we just open up. And as for over here, animator, we just press 4 times. So the first one is the front. And the second one is the, let's say, right. Next is the back. And the other one is the left. Okay, so save it. And we can just close this up. But remember, it's this 4. Front, right, back, left. So close it up. And over here is since, oh yeah, the minimum and max, we just set it as minus 45 to 45. And if this is correct, and as for branch, we also need to copy 5 times. So over here, over here, over here, over here. Just let me arrange this real quick. And oh, actually, we just need 4. Sorry. So we just drag it over here. Okay, let's say that if the player is between the minus 45 to 45 degrees range, and we need to drag the enemy. Oh yeah, that's another variable we also need to set it up. So it's add a new variables, and then we just need to type enum. We have rename it and name it as enum directions, and we just name it as enum direction ref. And drag it over here, set it, and we need to copy and paste 4 times. Let me arrange it real quick. So it should be front over here. So, and again, for debug purpose, I'll just copy this over here. Oh, we don't need this. Here, over here. So, copy it. I'll compile it. Okay, so let's test it out real quick. Oh, right. So let's say that if I just go right in front of it between minus 45 to 45 degrees, and as you can see that the words over here, it prints out front over here. So this one is correct. And I do not want to see the enemy AI is like its back is facing us, so I don't want to do that. So let me just let it turn like 180 degrees over here, and just let it move in front of it like this. Okay, just go back to the blueprints over here. Okay, so this one is work. So let's say if it is not between these two, I mean this between this range, so we just drag the false into over here, and this time it's on the right side. So the minimum is 45, and the max is 135 degrees. Values again, we just drag it over here, return values over here, and this time is the right part. Okay, so the next thing is we need to set up the back. Okay, remember to drag over here to here and here to here. Okay, I just drag everything and connect with the enemy rotations here. Okay, as for this one, we just need to set it as 135 degrees. Okay, the reason why I do not set the minimum or maximum is 135 or minus 135 is because that's, as you can see, that if I go over here, if I let's say see the values on the left side, as you can see that just now is 173 in positive value, but if I go on the left side, it becomes minus 170. So that means that right at its back is 180 degrees, which is the line over here. So there's no way that that we can set it like the minimum value is 135 or 135, and the max is 135 or minus 135. So it has to be 180 degrees over here. And the other one over here is 100 minus 180 degrees, and this one is minus and 135. So that's why we need to set it like or, not and. This and the false over here. And remember, we set this enemy direction here. This not front, is the back. And here is it. And the last thing is over here. And oh, this time is on the left side. So that means we need to set 135 degrees, and the max is minus 45 degrees. And this time is on the left. Alright, so let's test it out. So we just need to copy and paste this print string like 3 times here. And remember to just don't want to make any kinds of confusion. We just need to set the text color to other colors. Copy and paste. And this one, just set it as this colors. Another one is, okay, just set it to white instead. Alright, so let's test it out. Okay, so because I'm right in front of the enemy AI, so it should be set it as a front because it's between minus 45 to 45 degrees. So let's say if I go on its right side, okay, so the words print out right. So if I go to the back, so it's back, and go to the left, and it's prints out left. So all the system works fine right now. And one more thing, and the very last thing is to like play the animations. So before that, go to hit animations over here. We just need to convert every animation over here to montage. So we just do it as, oh, let me see, create over here and create anim montage over here. Okay, I think this should be fine. But remember when we set up so in this animations blueprint, we need to do the animal portion over here. Remember to check out, or else the animation when it plays it, it will look so weird. Okay, depends on your animation how it looks like, but mostly your need requires the enable root motion unless you custom it with your own animations, which does require this. Okay, copy and oh yeah, it's file and save all. And here after that we just make some comments over here. We just set it as direction no angle. Okay, I just set the comments over here. You can set any kinds of comments that you wanted. And then also need to like apply damage over here. Oh, not apply damage, sorry. Event any damage. And this is the parts that where the enemy AI will play the animations over here. So next thing is the assumes that okay, the damage causers is not your own. I mean the enemy AI itself. Branch connect it. And the next things we need to do is to drag the anim direction over here. We need to use the switch. Oops. Switch on anim directions if it's true. And then we need to copy 4 times for the play anim montage. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So as for the front part, we just need to go to content drawer. Okay, there are 2 ways to do it. Either you can just select over here, or just select the front over here and then just press the arrow button over here. Okay, since I only have 5 animations over here, so I can just simply just choose the animations over here. Since this is on the right, I just go to the right. And the next one is the back. Oops. Connect it. And the last one is the left. Okay, so this is how it works. So before we test it out, make sure that you have already set the values correctly. The front part is the minus 45 to 45 degrees. Okay, I just make a small comments over here. So this is the front angle. Oh, okay, not angle. We just set it as front range. I'll just put the colors as this one. Okay, never mind. Just like this. And just leave some space. Okay. And this one is the right range. As for the back range, since we have 2 in range over here, so we just need to select these 2, and then we just call it as back range. This one, and then this one is the left one, left range. Okay, so you can just double check the range over here, the value that's out. Make sure that you didn't set or type the value wrong here. So this is how it is for the front range and the right range. For the back range is like this. We have 2 over here. And for the left range is over here. So as for the branch over here. So remember to drag the enum variables over here. So this one is the front, right, back, and left. And so this is how it works for the directional angle. And the last over here is the, oh yeah, receive damage. This for the commands and even any damage. And the key point here is the switch on enum direction for the enum here. Okay, so you have, since you're after you have already checked out, you can just compile it and save all. Oh yeah, and then after that, played it. I think just for showing the line trace from the player, I think I just need to open it up with the player blueprints over here. As you can see that the draw debug types over here, I just saved it as for duration. Okay, let's play it out. Let's see that whether the line will comes out or not. Okay, so this is okay. I think that the line is a bit too short, so I think I'll just set it as like 100 instead, 500 instead of 50. Okay, I think this length should be okay. So if I attack the enemy AI from the front, oh, okay, I think the enemy AI is not playing the animation. Just let me check the problem real quick. Okay, so I found out the reason why the line trace couldn't detect the enemy AI. This is due to the capsule component collision issue. So what does it mean? So within the BP enemy AI blueprints, we just need to select the capsule component over here and trying to find out look for the collisions over here, and then you just open it up. As you can see that the visibilities over here is ignored. See that the trace responses, so it's ignored. So that's the reason why even though the line trace is already touched the enemy AI, because we set it ignore, so it's make it more like pass through the enemy AI itself. So we do not want to do that. So from pawn over here, we just need to like go to custom and set the visibility to block instead. Okay, so if we just hit play and go right in front of the enemy AI, so if we press Q button here, and you can see that we are right in front of the enemy AI, and we hit the damage over here, apply damage, and the enemy AI is playing the front hit animations. So if we go to the back, okay, you can see the print streak over here is back. So if we hit it, and it plays back hit animations. If we go right, hit, as you can see that it plays the right hit animations. And we go left, and this playing the left hit animation over here. So everything works fine. Now we have done creating the directional hit reaction system. This system is much focusing on checking the angle or location or direction of the character, and once you get the basic logic here, you can do other features for both the player and the enemy AI. So I guess this is pretty much of it, and thank you for watching.